What's your topic?
Today's topic is New Orleans, 5 years after Hurricane Katrina. I've been watching a little documentary by two documentaries by Spike Lee. One he did the day after Hurricane Katrina, which is called, let me get all the information right, When the Levee Broke. Then he did another one, If God is Willing, the Creek Don't Rise. If God is Willing, the Creek Will Rise is more up to date. It's 5 years after Hurricane Katrina, and he goes back to certain excerpts in New Orleans, in the areas surrounding New Orleans, and it talks about when the soldiers and the FEMA persons first arrived on the scene. I'm just going to read off some information here. When the United States soldiers and the Homeland Security arrived at the Superdome, where a lot of black and minority and Hispanic and some white people too, but mostly black and minority, people that couldn't get out of New Orleans, a lot of people were tased. There were people, soldiers with their guns pointed at women and children just waiting for help or assistance. A lot of people were sick, a lot of elderly people were there. And there's a lot of finger pointing between the politicians, various politicians, from the president on down to congressmen, assemblymen, the mayor of New Orleans, the governor. It's a lot of finger pointing. No one knows what happened. At this time in New Orleans, nothing has really changed. There's still a lot of homes that haven't been built yet. And there were people that were in their only form of housing was some toxic FEMA trailers that made people sick. They were made with some type of formaldehyde, and a lot of the public housing that was there was torn down, even though it was in good condition, because of the powers that be, the rich people, the people that run the government, the politicians, the assembly persons, the city, the state and federal governments. They didn't appreciate the project, and this was their reason to tear it down, so it didn't look like, you know, they would just want to throw out people from low income and subsidized housing. So they tore down all of the public housing in New Orleans and made these little cubicles for the people to live in, which is horrible. They live in horrible conditions in spite of all the money and the donations that was received. No one seems to know what's going on. About 15,000 people died during Hurricane Katrina. And the reason why I'm bringing these things to your attention is all over the United States we have low-income housing projects. And I live in housing projects, and this is going out to a lot of the families in the housing projects. Try to tell your kids and your friends and your family members and associates that come by and visit you not to destroy, you know, our communities, because we got a lot of rich men like the Rupert Murdochs and the Warren Buffetts and the Donald Trumps that would love to buy these products, you know, projects, not products, but projects, to make co-ops and condos out of them, kick you out of your home. Just because they say, well, you know what, you're undesirable, you don't take care of it. You know, you want to urinate and defecate in the elevator, you want to hang out, do graffiti, sell drugs. You don't care about where you live, so why should we care? Let's tear it down. And this is what happened in New Orleans. That's the case. So, I mean, you got to give it to Spike Lee. He did a documentary, When the Levee Broke, and If God Willing, the Creek Won't Rise. You got to give it up to him. You may know him from Do the Right Thing and School Days. Those are the most famous two from him. But I'm just saying, it's just care about your community, because a lot of people are homeless, and if you have a house and housing projects, take care of your community. It's your boy Smart Smooth, sign off. Peace.